Recall that the sales day book, it's a specific book of account used for recording sales made on credit. Now, it is possible that out of the sales made, some of the products sold will be returned back. Now, these returns out of sales has to be recorded in a particular book. The book that is used for recording this return out of credit sales is called the returns inward book. As I was saying, the returns inward book is a specific book of accounts used for recording returns made out of sales. What I'm trying to say is, by the time sales is made on credit and some part of the sales returned, it is recorded in this book called Returns Inward Book. The Returns Inward Book can also be called the Sales Returns Book, or Sales Returns Journal, or Returns Inward Journal. Just like how we prepared the Sales Day Book, the Returns Inward Book also records the dates of the return, the description of the return made, and the amount of goods or product returned. The total monthly return is transferred to the Returns Inward General Ledger. Taking an illustration, you recall that Mr. Yaovi made some sales from our sales day book question. Now, out of the sales made, there are some returns, and then we are going to be using this to prepare the sales returns book. Mr. Yaovi, a wholesaler, is involved in the distribution of flour and sugar for the month of January 2020. He recorded the following returns out of the sales made for the month. Now, these are the returns made. Looking at the question, you observe that the cost of the product return is not stated in the question. Under examination condition, you are expected to refer back to your sales day book to know the cost at which the products were sold. It is the same cost that the products were sold that the product will be what? Returned. So let's prepare this returns inward book. The first one there said January 3rd, Mr. Frank returned 100 bags of sugar and 50 bags of flour. Now let's prepare. As we can see, the name of the book, we have Mr. Yaovi, the owner of the business, then his sales returns day book for the month of January 2020. We have the dates of the return, the description, the amount. Now on the 3rd of January 2020, Mr. Frank returned 100 bags of sugar. On the 3rd of January, Mr. Frank returned 100 bags of sugar and 50 bags of flour. Recall the cost at which the sugar was sold and the cost at which the flour was sold. So now that we have established the cost, we say 100 bags of sugar are 6,000 naira per bag. So 6,000 times 100 gives us 600,000. 50 bags of flour at 500 naira per bag. 50 times 5,000 gives us 250,000 naira. In total, Mr. Frank returned goods worth 850,000 naira. On the 7th of January, Mr. Bone returned 50 bags of sugar and 30 bags of flour. We must also recall the cost at which the products were what? Sold. After establishing that, then we can go ahead and prepare or record it in the book. So we have 7th of January 2020. 50 bags of flour at 5,000 naira per bag. So when we do 50 times 5,000, we have 250,000. We have 30 bags of sugar at 6,000 naira per bag. So when we do 30 times 6,000, we have 180,000 naira. In total, we have 430,000 naira worth of product returned by Mr. Bone. The next one, we have January 31st. Mr. Kelechi returned 50 bags of flour. We must refer to our sales day book to know the cost at which the goods. So, like I said, we must refer to our sales book or sales day book to get the price or the cost at which the product were sold. So now that we have established that flour was sold at 5,000 to Mr. Kelechi, then the returns must be at 5,000 naira per bag. So 31st of January 2020, Mr. Kelechi returned 50 bags of flour at 5,000 naira per bag. So 50 times 5,000 is 250,000 naira. So for the month of January, we can see that from our record, on the 3rd of January, there was a return of 850,000 in total. On the 7th of January, there was a return of 430,000 naira in total. And on the 31st of January, there was a return of 250,000 naira. So the total returns for the month is 1,530,000 naira. That will be transferred to the general ledger debit. So now we understand that returns inward book is a book of accounts that records returns made out of sales. We also understand that it can also be called returns inward journal or returns inward book or sales returns book. We also understand that it records the date of the returns, the description of the returns, and the amount of the returns. And the total returns for the month is transferred to the general ledger for closing entries. And that is the illustration for returns inward book. For questions and clarifications, you can reach me on 08136506356 or send me an email at jeremiah.dosu@gmail.com. You can drop questions in the comment section, and I'll be there to give you the answers. Thank you.